Alrighty, so we have our 2 ties for each mask. So they're nice, they're ready. They're all prepped and ironed, ready to go. And then we have our masks, which are pleated, and I've got them pinned down, and then I've just ironed the heck out of them so that they're nice and they won't move while we're stitching. So same thing for this one. It's the same thing. Okay, so now the other thing is I've noticed sometimes that you'll start getting these little frayy things. Just be aware of your pins. Don't hit your pins. But if you notice that things are getting a little crazy on the ends, just take a real quick cut on the ends. Don't hit your pins though, or you'll be sad. Okay. All right, now what we're gonna do is I have on my board here, I actually have it marked where it is 20 inches. So I now know that that's 20 inches. I'm gonna take my strap, I'm gonna fold it right there, and I'm gonna iron it. So now I have my crease that from here to the end is 20 inches long. So now, top of my mask, I'm going to open up my tie, place the top of the mask where that crease is, and then I'm just going to pin it. Now again, I've been making a lot of these, so I don't need to pin it all the way down. I'm really able to kind of manipulate the fabric when I'm stitching. But if you're concerned about that, then you just pin it. There's nothing wrong with using pins. So you can see what I've done is I've sandwiched it. All right, now I'm going to do the other, but first I'm going to find my 20 inches. I'm going to iron it. Again, from here down is 20 inches, so this is where the top of my mask needs to be. And I'm going to open it up and sandwich it in there. All right, so I've got it pinned enough that I will be able to stitch this in, so that's what I'm going to go do. Okay. Back, and I have stitched my straps onto the sides of my mask. I'm going to take my pins out. And as always, I'm going to clip my threads. Here's a little tip when you're sewing, when you go over to the machine to put your strap onto your mask. If you start on the end, so the masks should always be on the inside of the machine, going through the machine like that. Because what I do is I start on the very end and then work my way away from me, and then my mask is coming through. And then I go to the end and I turn the corner and close it in. And then when I start on this side, I just turn it upside down and start the same way. Which is why I have long threads on this end, because this is where I started. And again, lock those stitches. The other thing I do is when I am on the physical mask itself, I lock my stitches. You can really see it here. See how I've taken a second to lock and lock as I just go back and forth. Just because we don't want the mask to be popping out of the straps. Okay, so there we go. We've got a beautiful mask just waiting to be worn. Straps, 20 inches from the top of the mask to the end, and then a nose wire and your filter pocket. I actually have one more thing to do. I'm going to go and do a little tack at the bottom, so this is the top of the mask, at the bottom of the mask to just kind of keep the overlap sort of where it needs to be. So I'm going to go do that. I'm back. and I did my little tacks, but because I have navy thread on a navy fabric, you're never going to see it. So here it is on this first mask that I made earlier today. And literally all it's doing is it's just kind of keeping this together a little bit more, just when it's laundered and everything. So there you go, mask with ties. So I just want to say that if we all wear a mask, we are protecting each other. So let's all wear a mask. If we have to leave our house, let's wear a mask so we can help protect each other. Thank you so much for sewing. Keep sewing, keep trying to have fun, and I really hope that my tutorials are helping you between either the videos or the images that I've done. So keep sewing, stay safe.